All right, coming up on this episode of Table Culture, we're going to be talking about the Castles of Mad King Ludwig. It's a set collection game where you build rooms in a castle based on the Mad King Ludwig II of Bavaria. It's a post-Napoleonic game. It's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. All right, we're back for another episode of Table Culture, the show where we give you recommendations about board games and card games that you should be playing. This is a 2014 board game. It's called Castles of Mad King Ludwig. It is a 1 to 4 player game. It is for 13 and up, and it is approximately 90 minutes in length. What's great about this game, I personally think it's very underrated, is that as you play it, you're actually going to be fulfilling the role of both the contractor as well as the person who's building things. So not only are you deciding what's being built and charging players to acquire the materials from you, you can actually take on the role of building castle walls and building stairs and building hallways and building gardens and building entertainment rooms and all these different things. But what's really fascinating is that as you play the game, one player will take on the role of the master builder, who actually can determine what the prices are for different rooms in the tableau for purchase. And when you do that as the master builder, the other players pay you, so you can actually make it so that you become really rich really easily, taking on tiles that other players want. And also, you can prevent players from taking tiles they want because it's too expensive for them. In the game, you're obviously chasing victory points, and the premise is really it's a mechanics driven game, but because the theme's so strong, you can create these really crazy castles, and you can totally play it off as the king's desires. He wants you to build a bunch of entertainment rooms, but he wants you to build them in the dungeon, or he wants you to build lots of stairways, or he wants lots of square rooms or lots of rectangle rooms, or he wants his rooms to be a certain size. Those are all factors that you get from the different tiles in the game. Some will be a certain dimensions, some will be a certain kind of room. Like I said, there could be a kitchen room or a sleeping area. And what's also really fascinating about the game is that there are castle points you score when you complete a room, and there are bonus points you score when you connect a room to other rooms. And so when you complete a room, based on what location of tiles you have around it, you can score and add points or subtract them. And if you complete a room, you get bonuses, like for example, you get extra money, or you can do a secondary action that turn, or you can score for different groups of tiles you have in other areas of the castle. Additionally, Ted Alspach, who is the designer of this game, also created a bunch of werewolf games like Ultimate Werewolf and One Night Werewolf and blah blah blah. There's a bunch of them. And he also created the board game Suburbia, which is really fun. There's a few artists on this game. One of them is Keith Curtis, and he's basically worked with Ted on most of his games. Additionally, I think it should be clear at this point, but it's a strategy game, so it's going to be one of those things where you're going to want to play this with people who are more invested in spending a little bit of time on the game. But what's amazing about it is that when you play it, you will have strong emotional responses playing it, because it's designed to create controversy amongst the players. This is not a Euro game where you're just doing solitaire actions. It actually has player interaction within it, which I personally enjoy when I play games, and I think is important to experience when you're playing board games. It is in my collection very recently, but I played it before, and I think it's a lot of fun. Bezier Games published it, and it is a Mensa Select game, as I mentioned in my opening video. And that said, I don't have a ton more to say about it, because honestly, when you play it, you're going to discover that there's a lot of really cool things that happen as you play it. Like you'll see, like I said, you'll see dungeons beside bedrooms, or you'll see kitchens in the near the bedroom, and like you build these really crazy castles. But at the end of it, I think it's a very satisfying experience. So that said, if you liked the video, please give a like, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, which is much appreciated. Hit the bell for notifications, because we have lots of movie reviews, music reviews, and board game reviews, in addition to the interviews, the Crosstalk panel show where we're talking about popular culture, And this has been Table Culture. Thanks for watching, and see you at the table. Oh, you get bonus cards, and the bonus cards allow you to have hidden objectives, and different rooms are worth different values based on the size of them, and you can actually combine bonuses together to get even more points at the end of the game. Anyway, it's fine. I said my piece.